because I'm splitting his legs, he can't get up. Now this is stalling, 100% stalling. If they were doing this to my kid, me and him would be yelling at the ref, "He's freaking right parallel." When you're younger, it's good to learn to do this because it controls him while your mind is in that haywire craziness. So we're pinching and bronco riding here, and now we're trying to get our wrists, and we're doing everything we're supposed to do to try and get without risking him getting up. That's one way. The other way is I can ride a leg. I can hook this leg. Now, even if he gets to his base, he's got one leg. He ain't going nowhere. So here, I still get my sideways. I go back to breaking him down. Goal being, just like Coach Collins said earlier, I have to control the hips. Have to. So these are all little ways as coaches we can give them drills to drill that into their mind. So the bronco ride, the hook the leg, you can ride a Turk, even if it's a half-ass Turk and I have no real way of turning him, I'm riding to the side. So I did everything right with my bronco right here, I'm doing all these things, and maybe I can't get what I want, but I can come here and I can lift this leg to a two. Now I'm here, even if I can't get what I want, I'd much rather be me. His hips are exposed, I'm in good position, my pressure's in, my head's up, my back is driving in, my pressure's in, my hips are under me, all the right things. Everything works here. Here, this ain't shit. What Coach Collins was saying, I can't have it here. So it's either bronco ride, hook the leg, ride a Turk, any way to lock the hips down until I get a wrist. When I get that wrist, now I have permission to go to all my turns, all my pins. Top in its essence of fundamentals isn't all that deep like some of the other positions. The technique is. There's a million tilts and turns and all that kind of stuff. But understanding how to win each little battle in the top position will pay off way more than getting a tilt down. So for our young kids, like I said, I think whatever we can get them to do is great. Whatever maybe a little advanced for them, they'll get it. Might take a year or two, they hit bantam or whatever. But I do believe that teaching them this, even going through the growing pains in the beginning, by the time they're 2-3 years in, it's just going to be so much better for them. Because the other kids are going to do the shit that works half the time, and we're going to be the kids that are doing the shit that works all the time. For the younger kid level, do you see them having more trouble holding them down or more trouble breaking them down? Yeah, so I figured.
Because the way you said it, top is about riding, not about pin. It's never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
Go for the pin, and almost every match, every Wednesday, kid,
sure.
You just throw the half,
Yep.
but it's still
correct.
like a hat.
And it'll work sometimes because they're little kids still.
Yeah, right.
But then they take that up into middle school and into high school, and then it gets in trouble, and then.
You see someone when they hold on to the half like a kid standing up.
Yeah, which is why we teach our kids, man, you got to break them flat first before you throw the half.
Then go on.
Yeah, and there are circumstances where, like, you break them flat, you throw the half, the kid works up to his base, you throw a whip half or something like that. But we, like you said, we don't want kids off the whistle throwing a half. No, break them down first, and then once I break them down, I can control them. Now I'm looking to throw my half, throw my tilt, things like that. So that's just, like you said, just as coaching, just harping on the breakdown. Get them flat first.
Getting in position to control the kid, being comfortable with just controlling the match.
Yes, just like on our feet.
Not just frantically going for the half.
Yeah. So, and then for you guys, I guess a coaching point that you can kind of go with is telling the kids they can't throw a half until they get the wrist. So that teaches them to break down, grab a wrist. All right, now I can throw my half. So maybe use that as a coaching point is don't throw a half until you got a wrist. All right? And then once you got a wrist, now you can start to try to throw your half. So it'll slow them down from trying to throw the half on the knees and the kid standing up and we can't hold them because we got a half in here and trying to hold a leg here and the kid stands up and then he just spins around and throws us on our back because we're in a terrible position, things like that.
And the drills that you do on your daily basis, you want to think about the drills on, am I achieving what I want through the drill? Is it not just a time-consuming drill, which was a lot of my practices growing up, where, spin drill, because that's what we were taught and that's what we know, but that doesn't get you anything other than tired. So if it's just a workout, great. But you can do both. You can get a workout and work good technique. So the drills that you do are really the bread and butter of all practice. And as you get older, these guys will always have to do live wrestling today. Everybody loves to wrestle. Yes, that helps get you better too. But the drilling is where you really focus on getting the technique perfect. And the more that they do hard drilling young, the better off they're going to be, because most kids don't even do hard drilling when they get to high school. You get to college, they don't. So it's such an advantage to have that mindset as a young kid coming in. By the time you get middle school, high school, you're already prepared for hard drilling. It's part of your thing. It pays off in ways that you don't really expect. You just start noticing, I get better. But again, the drills, I've learned over the years, I don't just wing them. You just throw things together. Think about, like, okay, what did we struggle with last match? Yes, we want to fix this problem. We all agree. We want to fix it. How? That's the problem with the coach. We can all look at it and say, yeah, he definitely messed up. He should have done X. As a coach, how do I get him to do X? Because I told him to do it, he didn't do it. So now I have to think about, how do I get him to do that? In my opinion, the most effective way is to come up with drills to do daily, to get their minds just doing it. Right, and it could be, you take 30 minutes of your warm-up time after they stretch to go through your drills. So every day I start with them with the stance in motion, then hand fighting and whatnot, because I need them to understand that, as boring as that shit is, it's the most important thing. Having the perfect stance and having the right ability to hand fight and tie up. So every single day before practice, it's what? Stance in motion, and then hand fight, and then get into your half shot. I don't want you to finish the shot yet, because I want you to think about the technique you're doing on that first part of the shot, getting it perfect. Doing it perfect, doing it perfect. Now add the finish, now add the finish. You do that every day. And then you have your drills that you do specifically for, I want to work on this, I want to work on that. You do your technique time, what you're going to teach. But practice is something that, when you really break it down, is finding ways to get kids to do what you want them to do. Like I said, it's easy to tell them, yeah, dude, you're not supposed to put your arm up like that. But to get them to do it is coaching. That's the hard part. He may get motivated different than another kid, his other kid's different. That's where me and him will have to come like, what the hell's going on with this kid? Everybody else is getting it. Why is he struggling with it right now? It's like, something. Yeah. So it's on us. Yeah. I have to get him to do it.